once again, we're continuing here on the ground, just in front of the City Hall, where the President is going to be delivering his State of the Nation address later this evening. We are joined now by the parliamentary leader of Al Jama, that is Imran Musa. Imran, what would you say in the main are your expectations from what the President is expected to deliver to the nation from 7 o'clock?
Yeah, so firstly, I think from my perspective as the parliamentarian leader, it would be firstly to understand that we should be patriotic citizens. And when we are patriotic citizens, we should have hope for our country and ensure that there is a good balance of service delivery in South Africa. We need to eradicate, obviously, corruption because I think at ground, or rather at grassroots levels, there's a serious issue in terms of unemployment and lack of housing, etc. So we need to see more, budgets being placed for unemployment and the housing issues that have been addressed many years. But at grassroots levels, it's very concerning to note that at the same time, the sentiment at grassroots levels is concerning. It's very volatile. To the extent that if you look at 1976 and we see ourselves today, there could be an uprising at a certain stage because of poverty, unemployment, and food, etc. So those are some of the concerns that worries one. But at the same time, we are patriotic South Africans. We should have hope in the country, and we call upon all businesses, corporates, etc., to work with government and expect the President to address issues that would ensure that the corporates and businesses join in partnerships and hands to such an extent that these are felt at grassroots levels. We also expect the President to address issues with regards to the immigration policies, with regards to the refugees and asylum seekers, which is also another serious concern which can create xenophobic violence in South Africa. So those are some of the issues that I just touched on. I know you only got 3 minutes, but, just to more or less outline.
Just because of time. Yeah. There you have it. That's Imran Musa representing Al Jama. Talking centrally about poverty and unemployment that must be addressed by the President. That would be a very interesting way to link the COSATU coordinator right here in Parliament, Matthew Parks. Matthew, you're going to talk on the Labour perspective. And Al Jama interestingly saying that the President must address the question of poverty and unemployment.
No, he must. And, to address that, you've got to get the economy growing. It's been sitting at 1% growth for the past 2 decades. We must get it to 3% in the next 2 years because that's going to help us reduce unemployment. The foundation for poverty, for inequality, is a high level of unemployment. We have 4 out of 10 South Africans who can't find work, so we've got to address that. And so what we hope from the President today is not, flowery English. It's our practical interventions to make sure we can get the state working, we can get the economy moving, we can get jobs creating. And I think for us it's about fixing public services, it's about fixing local government, making sure electricity is not only accessible but affordable for the economy, making sure transit and metro rail are at full capacity to help unlock jobs in our mining, our manufacturing, our agricultural sectors, to help workers get to work on time. It's about fixing local government. We've seen a real deterioration of local government, from roads to sanitation to water. We have to fix that. But of course, any worker would tell you, anybody who lives in a township, that our crime levels are too high. We've got to see the crime being dealt with as well.
There you have it. That is Matthew Parks, the coordinator of COSATU Labour Federation here in South Africa, here in Parliament. Wrapping it up for us for now. It's back to you in studio.